Hi, this is Daria Reynolds, and this is my ethical dilemma video. I was actually working for a company for a year, and about a year in, and about that time, we had a whole new management system come in because the old one was leaving for better opportunities. Nothing bad, just other ones coming from different stores to manage our store. And about almost a year into them honestly being there, I started noticing that they were doing some shady things when it came to people's time cards. Corporate had been there a few times, and I'd heard a couple of the conversations, and I'd even heard the managers talk about it and how they were being pressured to not have so much overtime and that all these employees shouldn't be working this many hours. And I thought they would go about it in a way where they were just going to hire some more and try and correct the situation that way. Well, unfortunately, whenever the employees would leave, I would notice, or it was time to do payroll for them, they would be changing their hours and reflecting to where they were working less than what they actually were. And I was only 18, 19 at the time, and I don't really know what you're supposed to do at that point because these are people that I'm supposed to look up to. I really didn't know that well, and I just trusted that they were doing the right thing. And I started talking to some of my coworkers, and they were talking about how they weren't getting paid the money that they knew they should. So I noticed that this wasn't just for a few people, this ended up being for more than just them. And luckily, a couple of those actually stepped up and said something to our managers about how they don't think that they're getting paid the amount they should. And so when they pressured them about it, they almost actually went to their managers to get the situation corrected. Well, my managers actually ended up back paying these people and did correct the situation in the right way. It's just that they did it in the wrong way to begin with. And it just really opened up my eyes to how these are people that you expect to act a certain way, but not everyone has the same morals and values as you do, and not everyone's going to think that they're doing the right thing or think that they're doing the right thing and end up actually being a very unethical thing in my opinion. But to them it could have been the right thing for them to do for the business, and I get that. I just think at the end you really need to take in the values of the business and for the people, because these are people who respect you, who really believe in you, and you just broke their trust. And honestly, a lot of those employees did leave the company because they didn't trust that the company was going to treat them fairly, and they thought they were going to get out of money again. So it just was a really big learning opportunity for me, and I did learn that if the situation was to occur again, or if I ever came into some kind of ethical thing that I didn't necessarily agree with, that I would definitely bring it up with them. And even if it did threaten my job or it kind of like whatever, I just would go to their manager and go higher up if that's the case, if they didn't want to listen to me or if they even wanted to fire me over it, because at the end of the day, they were the ones that were in the wrong and not me. And I think I do regret not being one to actually say something to them when I noticed that it was going on. So it was a very big learning opportunity for me in the business world, and how I do need to step up and say what I believe in and not let that happen. So I definitely appreciate it at the end of the day, and I still work with the company, so things are definitely better, and they're gaining the trust back from their employees.